Okay, after experience, you have taken that decision. Something coming from Karan. Aditya Tiwari is sure about doing MBA. Okay, MBA and PGDM decided to go for. Shiv Krishna. Then I have Shravan with me. Yes. And yes, I'm also sure. Ayushi Chaudhary. Okay. And damn sure. Here comes Rahul Nair, Rohan Nair, Ayushi Chaudhary. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I completely understand. And that's why you're here with me once you have finally taken up the decision that you want to go for PGDM program. I'll just give you a brief overview about what this program is all about and how this program is making a difference when I talk about Taxila Business School, Jaipur. Taxila is offering you a PGDM program. Since you all are here, you have an idea about it. It is approved by AICTE, Ministry of HRD and Government of India. The admissions which are given, they are given on the basis of the numerous competitive examinations, right? And these competitive examinations, you might be having an idea about CAT, ZAT, CMAT, MAT, GMAT, and ATMA, right? And the scores which are considered, these are the scores which are generally considered in the admission process. The applications are generally invited on the basis of the scores you have secured in these examinations, these competitive examinations. And the admission process basically goes in 3 rounds. And these 3 rounds are case study round to judge the analytical skills of the students, basically, which is followed by telephonic round of interview and then followed by the Skype round of interview. Yes, we are trying to keep this interviews and the whole admission process a little tricky for you, but still that is giving us an insight about the candidate who is actually competent enough to do PGDM program. I assume everybody knows about PGDM in detail, right? Definitely this program is, for those who would like to be the future managers, this program is generally more focused, I would say, on the industry and the practical knowledge. And the course is generally designed to develop the skills which are needed in the current market. And that's what we want you to make, right? We really want to work hard on you. So it is helping our students to develop the practical knowledge about marketing, about finance, and about the other subjects, the operations, to make you competent enough to be this, situation with your own competency. And definitely this course is designed from the industrial perspective, which is a very, very important part of it. We create, in fact, we're trying to create that platform for each and every student to realize their full academic potential, as well as their natural abilities, which are somewhere hidden, and we're here to help you out to bring that up to the surface. We would like to nurture you so that you become confident. That's what we aim at. So we are trying to create an environment for our students for their long-term survival. Now see, yes, every institute I understand might be working on a similar platform, but I would really like you to understand that how are we making that difference and what exactly I want you to understand. This program is trying to basically bring out the real self from you. And that's what we are aspiring to do, the real self from you. And let me tell you how this generally goes in Taxila. As you might be having an idea that this course starts, and it is beginning in the first week of July every year. I'll give you just a formal overview how this program works. This generally starts in the first week of July every year. And prior to the beginning of the classes, of course, the students, they are given an overview of the complete information about the college life. From academics to the social activities. And, this is all done through one of the most interesting program which we hold. That is the orientation program. And this is one of its own kind again. This program is basically to make you familiar with the college. And usually there can be a staff member who conducts this program for the students. And this is giving you a platform to bring the entire team of the college together with the new inducts. So basically what we are trying to do through this program is, and why I'm explaining you that this is a very crucial part of the program, is that we really want you to be very comfortable with this program. We would like you to introduce to the new campus. We try to make the students more comfortable and just giving an opportunity, in fact, not only to you, but also to the other people in the college. In fact, your seniors for that matter, if you are a potential student, you know, to meet the new members of the family, that is you. Yes, it is a beautiful program. Yes, it will develop your understanding in depth about the college, about the whole curriculum, about the whole campus. And yes, it will develop your familiarity with us. So I consider it one of the crucial aspects. Now, basically talking about the overall framework of the program, how it works. The whole program is divided into 6 terms. And these 6 terms are of 3 months each. Okay? The first 3 months of the program, they are generally devoted to the core modules of business analytics, digital marketing, and which is trying to cover the hard technical knowledge, I would say, in different areas. It could be strategic management, organizational behavior, finance, QT, and numerous other subjects. So what we are trying to do is that we are making you comfortable with some of the subjects which can be later on applied in the real life situation and practical situations later on. One of the key benefits of this program is to improve your theoretical as well as your practical knowledge. That's the important part of it. Yes? Anybody who would like to ask something here? Because I'm just going ahead and I really want this to be participative and I really want some contributions from you. If you have any queries, if you have any kind of confusions, you can ask me. Yes? Anyone here? All right. Okay. So basically, I was talking about the overall system, how it is working. And I was also talking about that how we try to mend this theoretical aspect with the practical aspect of our life. The key element, as we all understand, of any kind of a business for that matter, or any venture for that matter, is to have a backup of soft skills also. So I'm not just talking about the kind of subjects which we have. I'm not talking about just giving you the theoretical knowledge, but I'm also talking about developing those soft skills in you, which might make you a good human being, a good personality, in fact. This can be such as your communication skills, your presentation skills, your leadership style, you working in a team, which are very important. Equally important, in fact, you know, when you talk about the learning of the subjects, they are equally important. And the kind of a teaching pedagogy which we generally follow at our campus in our college is to bring these qualities of the individual on surface. We have to make this difference in what you do in PGDM by coming out of the comfortable zone of not just studying theory. Everybody studies theory. You can really study theory even if you do MCOM, right? So how come you're different from that master's degree? And how is PGDM making a difference? Thereby, you really need to understand that what is the practical side of real life. And that's what we inspire you to do, to be more comfortable, to be more smart, right? To be more confident in public speaking. And that's what we are inspiring you. Mind it, things are not easy as they appear to be. They come at its own pace, and they might affect you at its own pace. All right. The most important thing I would like to talk about here is the business analytics. I know lots of students here might have done a lot of research on the institutes around, and they might be having a lot of questions related to business analytics. That how does it really work? And what really makes you feel that I should really go for a college offering me this PGDM with business analytics? right? It's a combination of basically the program, it's talking about the business analytics, it has a combination of digital marketing, plus we have an SAP program. Now, talking about the business analytics, I would say it's the heart of this program or the backbone. Why am I saying it? I have a very strong reason. Because whatever you do, any kind of a subject you study, if it is not backed up by your analytical, understanding, by you using your analytical approach to it, you won't be really able to handle any of the subject for that matter, or any of the situation of your business. Right. So I really again would like to have some idea from you here, students who are right there with me. What exactly comes in your mind when you think about business analytics? Because I know a lot of you are coming to this PGDM program because you have this has a combination with business analytics. Can I have some of the messages in the chat box? I really would like to see that what you have an idea, what do you understand by business analytics? Yes? Is everybody there with me? At least drop a yes message to me so that I know that everybody is there with me. Okay. So yes, everybody is there. So nobody has an idea about business analytics? Okay. Somebody said here, Vidushi Gupta, it's a set of data. Yes, big data. Vidushi, you're absolutely right. We're talking about a big data system here. In order to take the further decisions on that basis, it provides the clients with the reliable figures. Absolutely. Okay, you're using the business intelligence in the business. Absolutely. A lot of answers, a lot of things are coming to me in the chat box. Yes, Karan is saying dealing with the clients and look for business requirements. Okay, all right. Okay, so you have a little bit of idea about what this business analytics is. So you are understanding that, it is giving you an insight about the figures and data, as you mentioned. Yes, business analytics is used by the companies that are committed to make the data-driven decisions. Their decisions which are based on the data accumulated by them. Very important, right? You cannot just take any random decision. You really need to have the facts and figures right in front of you before you decide on something. And in today's environment, which is so volatile, and the companies, they have to keep a pace with the latest development, which they can't do without using big data. So one has to have an excess of the right data at the right time, and that has to be analyzed appropriately, right? Else the companies would fail in the market. And if they're unable to use the data appropriately and analyze it appropriately, I think there would be a lot of complications for the business. And that's where the need of business analytics comes in the picture. It is basically, I would say it's a mixture of a lot of things. Maybe it's a mixture of good number. You might need some good number with you, good skills to really work and play with those numbers. You need to have great analytical abilities, and definitely, yes, good subject knowledge too. Yes, that is equally important. So if you're analyzing everything, you really need to have good command on these factors. And that's what we tend to develop through our classroom teachings. Each and every class, let me mention here class, I mean my students here, in fact, my potential students, in fact, right? Each and every class, I would say, at Taxila is focusing on business analysis, analyzing the situations, lots of case study discussions, lots and lots of case study discussions, brainstorming in the class. There can be a group study, the individual decision making, what you really feel about the situation. And of course, the group decision making, which in future will enhance your capability and ability to take the group decisions, because this is how you need to work in a real life situation. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying what we're working inside the classrooms. But what you do outside the classroom is equally important, or I would say it's far more important for you. We send the students to the market for a lot of research. That's what we aim at, because we really want them to understand it's not only you collecting and being dependent on the secondary data. Get into the market on your own, kids, right? Do that research on your own. Collect the data on your own. Have an access to the primary data. Analyze on your own. There can be a lot of statistical tools which can be applied, by you. And this is all taught to you in the class, that how these tools need to be applied. Right? So, talking about the whole framework, if you understand, your interpretations, your understanding, your analysis, basically making you a business analyst. It's preparing you for the future, right? And we are basically, helping you out to become a business analyst. Okay, any questions here so far? My dear students, any questions here? Yes? Anything here? See, you have an answer here. Which tool is taught in business analytics? Right? It's R and Python. Yes, anyone here? If you're asking me a question, if I go for HR domain in future, how R and Python programming will work? Yes? We are actually, trying to inculcate, each and everything in all the core areas of our curriculum, right? Be it HR or finance or marketing, we're just trying and preparing you with all the tools around so that you can use all tools to analyze the business situations from the different perspective. Be it your marketing, be it your finance, or be it any other area, right? Now, after that, I just want to give you a brief idea about after the third term, because what we are talking about, inculcating this kind of a habit in the first few, months of your college life. Then comes after the third semester, I would say, the students, they specialize in minimum of 2 major functional areas. Apart from business analytics, I would say, which is a compulsory subject for everyone. This dual specialization can be in a number of subjects, for example, business consultancy, financial management, IBM, HR, operations, digital marketing, and so on. Right? So these are the subjects which we really give you the specializations in, and you have a dual specialization as set. Right? I completely understand students here because, where students pay a lot of money, right? It's not only about designing the syllabus and presenting it to you, right? Here, the teaching methodology plays a very important role. And everybody understands that you really need to have an eye and need to know that how it is really working at the college. Not specifically about Taxila, but it should work appropriately in a college where you're spending your money at, right? So yes, we are playing a very important role, right? So that our teaching methodology is appropriate enough so as to, answer your questions and make you competent enough. We not only pay attention to hire the professors, giving high importance, not only on the person's expertise in the field, I would say, but also on the kind of a teaching experience the person has, or the teaching methodology the person has been adopting over the last couple of years. We keep on developing them through the management development programs, right? So it's keeping a pace with what is happening in the real life situation that you have to keep on updating your faculties also. We have around 20 professors with a rich experience and expertise in their own respective areas. And I really want to focus on a very relevant point here. The professors here, they generally narrow their focus to a single student. What do I mean by this? Basically, we are trying to enable each and every student to be confident and open with the professors he or she is working with and studying from. This is all done basically through the mentorship program, right? This mentorship program is for the students where each professor, he is guiding the group of students together. And the professor is responsible for the academic, research, presentation skills, and a lot of other things which the student should be developed on. And this kind of a focus, which, is a major and a very crucial point, right? The students, they generally come up with their maximum potential. So basically, I would say you have your own guardian with you for next 2 years when you become a part of your PGDM program. Yes. Can I have, if there is anything with you? I really want you to come up with the questions if you have in your mind, because we have a team who would respond with the questions as and when it is required. See, everybody knows the business analytics is mandatory, right? And then you can go for 2 specializations. A lot of questions coming, right? That's why I said business analytics is compulsory, and then you can go for 2 more specializations. Yes. Anything else? All right. Now, talking about the overall designing of the syllabus. yours is a PGDM program. And whatever we do with a lot of research. We do not end up with a syllabus just like that. We do a lot of current market research. We try to understand what is the new in the market. It's not, following those old, tales with you and carrying it on for a longer duration. No, that's not the idea here. We change the syllabus, we design the syllabus as and when it is required as per the situation or the need of an hour. Basically, when you talk about the syllabus, it's a reflection of your teaching philosophy, right? And we really want to reflect it through a new designing. And we are definitely creating a good platform for teaching. And we're using a lot of, tools. For example, I'm saying that I'm using the classroom in a better way, right? You have a lot of technologies to impart knowledge, and you try to shape everything with a new way of learning, a new way of imparting education, right? So it is all about keeping yourself updated with the trends, the current era, and molding your teaching methodologies accordingly, right? To make it more impactful. Because we know the students are always eager to learn and they want to meet the maximum of the challenges, right? Therefore, we generally try to come up with the innovative approaches. Create a way of making this education experience so unique for you, right? And this is all done like what? It's not just theoretically, which I'm talking about, everything with you, right? It can be done with a lot of exercises in the class. As I said, a lot of brainstorming sessions with you, with a lot of exercises, the group decision-making, the individual decision-making, right? It includes the analysis of the business problems and finding the ways out to deal with those business problems. That's what you are here for. It is not just the basic and core understanding of the subject, but also how to apply the same knowledge when you come across to a situation. It is related with the cases, because you have to understand the case not only from the company's perspective, what the company has done, but your own perspective is also important. So that is again one of the art, one of the methodology which we follow at Taxila by bringing that analysis building ability in you, right? And that's what we generally aspire to do. Yes. Any questions here? Because I would like to discuss on one of the most important part of it. Yes, anyone here with any of the questions? Because okay, so there's a question now. Okay, I'm from the science background. Do I have to work hard to cope up? Okay, you already got the answer. Yes, you have all the opportunities. See, you should really not be worried about that I'm from a science background or I'm from arts background. Will I be able to cope up with that or not? You will be able to cope up. Don't worry. We have lots of classes to really bring you from the scratch to a level where we want you to be. So you don't have to worry about this. Either you're coming from an arts background or a science background. Here you have a team of people working on you, right? Be it on finance or on the hardcore subjects of marketing or HR or accountancy. We all will be there with you. Don't worry, you'll be at par and in fact excel. Okay, there is one thing I would specifically mention, as I said, that your practical knowledge is important, as I was talking about. See, there is a session which we conduct at Taxila, and this session is the most important subject, I would say, Mancom. The pedagogy which we are following at Taxila is different in the sense because we are not only focusing on this theory here, but we are trying to make this environment comfortable for you. And in fact, I would say more comfortable for you for your upcoming future. That is relevant. And we are preparing you to present yourself. Try and understand. Having knowledge, having theory is one aspect. How you present it, right? How you really make the other person understand that you know the subject and you know the answer is equally important. So that's what we are basically trying to build in you. For this, we have to basically help you in presenting yourself. And this is what our mentor, Professor Kishore Sharma, is personally doing. He is interacting with each and every student in the campus. He is the one who knows the students in depth. He knows the areas where the students are capable and the areas where they are weak. Try and understand how this program works here. The question is how he has been able to do it. And this is through the Mancom sessions which I was talking about. Yes, I completely understand, students. Business analytics is important. Yes, digital marketing is important. But we cannot really sideline the importance of presentation skills. Therefore, we try with these sessions to prepare you to remove the stage fear completely and make you confident, a good public speaker. In these sessions overall, when you talk about, you're given a different kind of topics which might help in understanding your own self. And these topics, they could range from understanding your own personality, about selling yourself, about your own dreams and aspirations, about understanding what makes you different from others. It has a very strong connection when it comes to your own performance. Because if you're able to present yourself, if you're able to understand your own core areas, your strengths and weaknesses, I think there cannot be a better situation than this. That's why I'm saying it is one of its own kind. Yes. Do you have any questions? Okay. So we have a question here. Don't worry, because you're asking what is the email ID for the correspondence of the admission. Yes, our team will be dropping you a message soon on this, right? Yes, all kind of course material are of industry standard. That's what I have been talking about. See, we are actually upgrading ourselves as what is going on in the business environment. We are not stable. We are not stagnant. We are not in a static position. We keep on developing our syllabus as and when there is a demand in the market. Right? There was a question coming up, so I just wanted to answer that. Yes, you're talking about the washrooms, you're talking about the Wi-Fi, yes, fully furnished. We have a good infrastructure if you talk about, right? Wi-Fi facilities which are, 24 hours available with you. You have an indoor swimming pool. You have a good management development room, right? And you also have a good auditorium with a capacity of 500 people. Don't worry. I mean, frankly speaking, I am coming to all these points because I know that they are very relevant and they're very important for you. Yes. I also would like to talk about the examination pattern here. Examination pattern. Yeah, students here, I really want your participation here. What do you think? What kind of an examination pattern you had in the past? Students here, can I have some answers from you? What was the purpose of examination? Please, can I have those answers in the chat box? I really want you to understand that how it is going here. I really want you to understand how it was in the past. What is the purpose of examination, students? Yes? Just mug up. I have an answer coming up. Just mug up till date. Yes? And somebody was telling me Taxila has practical plus theory paper. Absolutely right. We have practical plus theory paper, but that is just one of the aspects. Yes, absolutely. See, what exactly I want you to define is, I completely understand when we talk about the examination pattern, right? It is basically to judge how it has been in the past with you, right? It is basically to judge how much you can write. That's it. Or maybe how many papers you can fill. That's it. That's how it has been over the past years, right? And this is where we are bringing in the transformation. This is where we are trying to bring the change. We don't judge the students how much he can write. Yes, obviously writing papers is important. You cannot ignore this fact at all. But there are other grounds also. And I really want you to understand what these grounds are. There are a number of platforms, number of grounds on which the student should be evaluated. But till now, they have not developed a system to evaluate the student on these practical aspects. It is all about the purpose of the examiner is not only to understand what the individual knows in terms of just few concepts. No. The basic concept of the subject definitely has to be there. It needs to be clear, right? That is one way of writing your examination. But understand what we are trying to do is we are dividing it basically into 4 parts. I really want you to focus on this and try and understand what kind of a culture are we bringing in. One way is, definitely the first one is that you write the examination, which is generally divided into 2 parts, that is the objective and subjective. You must have all done that, okay? Nothing so different here. Yes, completely understand. The second step is that you have a viva. Viva, which is based on the subject knowledge in terms of your conceptual understanding of the subject, and where you can also be asked the application-based questions, right? That how can you relate it with the practical situations, with the real-life business environment. The third step is that you have a group discussion, where you have a team of approximately 7 to 8 students who will be joining you for the group discussion together. This topic is generally related to the current situation or news concerning the subject matter, because you have so many subjects. So you have the presentations, you have the the group discussion related to the subject, and the last stage of subject presentation. The presentation is basically focused on understanding that how much understanding the student has about the subject. It covers the entire syllabus, and it would help the examiner to evaluate the students on the basis of his understanding of the entire syllabus, but in few minutes, right? So this is how we generally divide the overall examination pattern. The one subject is covered in a day, starting from 9 a.m. in the morning till late evening, right? Right from writing your papers of objective to subjective to viva to presentation to group discussion, the whole day long. Yes, I completely understand. It is a difficult evaluation pattern, but I'm sure students, once you learn to face this challenge in your life here at Taxila, let me guarantee, it would be easy for you, and it would give you a good opportunity to prepare yourself for the upcoming future challenges. I'm sure about this. I'm sure life will change. Yes, do you have any questions here? Somebody was asking me the hostel in the campus. Yes, we have hostel for girls in the campus, and then you have the hostel outside for boys, right? About the summer internship. Yes, we will come to summer internship also. That's one of the basic thing. Let me just take the things here, because summer internship, it is one of the most important part of the overall curriculum, I would say. Yes, see, internship is basically what? Internship is whereby we really want to make the students understand that what they have learned, it should be applied basically in the real life, right? Internship is generally in the month of June, which is a summer internship, we call it, which is once in the PGDM program, and it is for 5 weeks. That's the main concept of the summer internship. You will have the opportunity to realize your own career vision here. Why? Because this summer internship is basically given to you as per your interest area, right? How it is working. I completely understand how this is going in the other colleges around, where people are arranging the companies there, and you're given an opportunity to work in the company as an intern. But here we try to give students an opportunity to express their own interest area. That's the first thing. Let me give you this detail now, because we really want to understand where you are interested, what kind of capabilities you have. So based on your interest area and your capabilities, the college tries to arrange the internship program accordingly for you. So students, it does not come as a burden, because it has not been imposed on you to work in a particular industry, to work in a particular company, which has been imposed by the college. No, not at all. This has been taken up by the college, taking into consideration your own interest area, your own, capacity and capabilities. So it does not come as a burden to you, understand? And yes, over a period of time, when you start working as an intern, you will also be guided for your future options, because a lot of future options will be open for you. So it comes as a wonderful experience. Now here, this kind of an experience, you also get an opportunity to apply learnings in the business environment. And here, the internship will also have an opportunity to gain the real life experiences. Plus, what I would like to highlight here, you might possibly get hired by the company with which you are interning. Pre-placement offers, which is very important, right? Because this internship program is giving you an opportunity to prove yourself, and that's what you're doing. And since you're proving in the area, you're already interested, so your level of commitment and your interest is in fact higher. You get the pre-placement offers. A lot of pre-placement offers have been obtained by our college students at Taxila. Yes, and you also get the chance to work in a company who gives you good stipend. The highest stipend which has been offered by the company has been 40,000 a month. The average stipend, I would say, was 15,000. Right? So you really need to have an idea that you have all categories of students, right? They're working with their own interest area. And yes, this is how generally the students, according to the interest, pick up the company and get the pre-placement offer. Yes. Can I have some participation here? Yes? Any questions there? The class strength you're talking about. See, as I told you right in the beginning, we are trying to have a lot of compatibility with the student. We want to develop that, individual relationship with the student, in the sense that we want to narrow our focus. We generally do not keep the strength above 50 at all, right? Because we really want, even if there is a good strength, Maybe there are 16, 17 left. We'll have a different class for them. But we generally prefer to have not more than 50 in a class. Yes. Anybody here? Yes? Anything else you would like to ask? I was talking about internship here. Yes, there were a lot of questions coming related to the infrastructure. Let me tell you, when you talk about the infrastructure, it has a beautiful infrastructure. You know, this college is situated in the middle of the city, number one, right? And if you talk about the infrastructure, it is unique. The facilities which are available, like inside indoor swimming pool, you have a separate hostel for boys and girls, cafeteria, college canteen, library, Wi-Fi. These are the basic things. Approximately 1 lakh square feet area has been covered up. It has been taken up by the college. The library is very huge and it is fully equipped with the latest journals and magazines and all kind of audiovisual aids too. Now let me come to the actual content of this library here. We have approximately 11,000 books and we have approximately 10,000 ebooks, which are available to each and every student of the campus in the college. And the most important thing, we have all the centrally air-conditioned classrooms. You do not have any issues with that, but it's not only the studies which are important for you. We also try to bring in, you know, and we provide a lot of recreational facilities to our students in terms of, as I said, we have indoor swimming pool, we have a gym in the campus. It's a beautiful, I should have shown you the pictures here. I think I missed on them. I should have shown you the pictures. We have a gym, we have the indoor swimming pool, we have the table tennis court, we have a very equipped MDP room. That is a management development room. And worth mentioning, the auditorium of the campus, which has the capacity of 500 people. The college is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, let me tell you. And it is giving you a lot of opportunities and platform to develop yourself. Yes? Yeah, here, if you have a question, then otherwise I would like to, yes? Yes, do you have any questions? I think I have a team of people who might be answering your questions there in the chat box while I'm talking with you. Yes? All right. Okay. I would also like to mention something about the startups here, because I know a lot of students are interested and they have the intention of starting their own business when they come to a campus, right? Number one, I would like to tell you that we try to groom you from different perspectives, as I said, right? We also have the international tie-ups with Rome Business School, Rome, Italy. I know when you hear this name, Italy, something else might be coming to your mind currently. But over a period of time, I think the things will settle down, right? And slowly and gradually, everything will be in order. But yes, we have a good collaboration. We have a good tie-up with Business School, Rome Business School, Rome, Italy. It's for 1 month, basically. And they teach you, and they also take you, they take the examinations, and they also give you the certifications of the course. So that's what the international tie-up is all about. Coming to what I was talking about in terms of startup, why I related, because we are equipping you, we are making you, acquainted with not only with the domestic market, but also the international market, right? Because that's why we have the reason of having the international tie-ups, right? Over the last 2 years, worth mentioning, over the last 2 years, our students had their own 11 startups of their own, which is itself is one of the, a biggest opportunity they got, and it's a value addition to our campus too. We help them, of course, in refining their ideas. We help them with the project preparation. We help them also with the capital arrangement, right? That exactly comes in your mind. It can be from Taxila, from the financial institutions, from the angel investors, and so on. So we try to prepare them. We try to give them our contribution in terms of knowledge. We try to help them in making the project reports. And yes, we also help them in obtaining and securing the finance which is required for their startup. Yes. Any questions? Any questions here? Yes. Can I have some questions in the chat box if you have any issues? Yes. Now, a lot of students have the question related to the placements, right? This is one of the important things the students really look for, right? When they are, joining a campus, when you're joining a college. The kind of placements which we had, I already told you, we got the Excellence of the Placement Award, right, in 2019. That clearly shows that the way that our placement team is working is worth mentioning. We have a lot of companies coming. We have the international placements. We have the domestic placements, both of them. A lot of companies coming for the placement. For example, you have Aladdin Technologies, Bosch, right? Then you have IDFC. There are a lot of companies, S&P Global, and so on, right? Lots and lots of companies coming. If I keep on giving you the list, I think you can go to the website and take the detailed idea about which are the companies coming to our campus. But yes, we do have the renowned companies. We have the good names, the good brands coming and visiting our campus. Right. And when we talk about the overall placement of our campus, the highest CTC which has been given is 22 lakhs. When I talk about the international placements. Talking about the domestic placements, we have 18 lakhs. And if talking about the top 30 students whose average came to be about 15.5 lakhs per annum. And the top 5 average CTC, it was 13.5 lakhs per annum. Lots of companies, I told you, number of companies are visiting our campus, right? And as I was telling you, it has a very strong relationship with the internship program. Right? Because this internship program is giving you an opportunity to have a good industrial interface. And here, the students generally, they work hard to get the pre-placement offer. And let me tell you, the students, there were approximately 48 pre-placement offered last year. Yes. Yes, any questions there? I really would like to answer your questions, if you have any. And our team is also there with you. Yes. My dear students, I have basically given you an insight about how generally we work, what kind of a platform we are trying to give to our students. Right? If you have any questions anywhere related to any of the areas, please do ask me. May I request Kishore sir to please come online with me here. I think he's busy answering your questions here. We have a good team of people. So if you have any issues, any questions, please drop your questions there on the chat box, and our team is ready to answer you promptly. Good afternoon, sir. Rest of you to please keep yourself on mute mode.
Everyone on the mute mode.
Yes. Let me introduce you.
Good afternoon, students. My name is Kishore Sharma, and I take care of, as ma'am told you, man-com sessions. Basically, these are the sessions which are meant for public speaking skills. Not me exactly. There's one more professor with me, Mr. Nishant. right? He is not there right now. So basically, job assigned to both of us is to make our students capable enough to speak from any stage, anywhere. So generally, we train you for the public speaking, cracking interviews, and group discussions. One of the students asked me, like, how many group discussions you have in a month's time. It's not a question of a month's time. Almost generally every day, almost every student need to appear in a case study analysis or a group discussion.
Yes.
The moment I talk about the stage, from the stage, almost every week the student need to be on the stage in front of a crowd of around 200 plus students. So all kind of these things or the events make our students, capable enough to speak from any of the stage across the world. Rather, we keep on getting the comments from the companies on this, that the student of Taxila Business School, they are very good presenters and very good negotiators. And this is how we make them, good negotiators. In case you have any question from me, you can put it straightforward. Although I was trying to answer up your couple of questions. So over to Lavina ma'am. Please carry on, ma'am.
Yes. Any questions here? Thank you so much, sir. Yes, students, I have given you a brief overview how we work and what is our platform. We are not competing with anyone here around. We are just trying to create our own platform. We just try to be different from others. We want to benefit the students as much as we can. And for that matter, I think we can, as I told you, we keep on upgrading ourselves with the latest skills, with the latest technologies, with the latest teaching methods and the pedagogy. If you have any kind of questions, please drop these questions in the chat box. I would be happy to answer your questions. Yes, our team is there and our team is ready, would be answering the questions. Oh, wonderful. This is what we have. This is one of our classroom, which you can see. This is the gym area I was talking about. We have indoor gym, the library, with all journals, magazines, books. We have around 11,000. This is the MDP room, the Management Development Program, the room meant for a Management Development Program. We have a lot of meetings with the students here. This is the indoor swimming pool, as you can see. Yes, table tennis, one of the recreational activity the students generally prefer to do after they're done with their classes, because the schedule is very hectic, right from 9 a.m. in the morning till midnight. You really need to keep yourself fit and fine. Yes. Yes. I said I should have shown you the pictures. Our team actually has promptly acted and shown you the pictures of our campus, just to give you a brief overview. Okay, so somebody was asking for the hostel images. See, these were some of the handy images we had with us, right? Oh, this is the auditorium. Can you please see this? We have a capacity of 500 students, as I told you. This is our auditorium. Beautiful place. State-of-art facilities available for everyone. Yeah, somebody was asking for the hostel images here. I completely understand. And that's what I was telling you. Our team who was ready actually with the handy images have given those images to you. Okay, there was a question coming. Okay, what is the percentage of passing in the last 3 years, please? See, examination when you pass, examination department will be giving you actually in detail, but when you clear the subject, 50% of the marks are required. And this has a consideration of both the subjective as well as objective, plus you appear in viva, presentation, and group discussion. Apart from that, you will be getting a good detail from the examination department. Okay, again and again, somebody's, okay, there's someone who's saying kindly share the hostel images to him on the email ID. If possible, we'll do that, yes. Eligibility criteria, as I said, the marks which you score in a lot of competitive examinations, right? Like CAT, MAT, XAT, ATMA, right? So these are the competitive examinations. So considering the scores you have in these competitive examinations, you will be considered for the next round, that is the telephonic interview round, and then Skype interview round. All right. Any other questions? Because otherwise, whatever I really wanted to put forward in terms of a brief introduction about my college, I've done so far. Okay, so there are a few more questions coming, right? So that will be individually answered to you. We have a team with us. We'll keep on answering the questions to you. And I completely understand you have a lot of queries with you, a lot of questions in your mind. I completely understand all the questions cannot be read there and then and can be answered because I'm getting so many of them here in the chat box. And if any of your question is not answered, you know, we promise you to give you the prompt answers as soon as we end up this meeting. Maybe these answers can be personally provided to you, right? You have an access to our college number. You have an access to our college email ID, right? You can always be in touch with us. All right. So here we have the college images, hostel images basically. Our team is trying to promptly provide you with the images and the answers to your questions. Okay. Now it depends on you how you keep your room, right? The infrastructure will be provided by us. The rooms will be provided by us. So I was again sharing one image with you. Okay. Yes. So I think we have shared a lot of images with you. We have given you an idea of what our college is all about. Right? I hope there is no ambiguity. Everything is clear. There are a lot of personal questions which are coming. Definitely do not be disappointed. All the questions will be answered. As I said, our team will get back to you. You have the number. Access can be easily accessed by you. You have an email ID. You can drop a message. You can drop a question. Yes, definitely. We have the designated hostel cleaning staff. You have, you know, the cleaning staff which visits the campus daily, right? And cleans your room and toilets daily. So you don't have to worry about this. You have your cleaning staff. You don't have to do it on your own. It is just you don't have to keep your room messy. That's totally your lookout. Okay? You have the cleaning staff. I just wanted to have this kind of an informal discussion so that you can come up with all the queries. There are questions coming. The one who is in charge of the hostel will answer your questions. So you understand we have the different teams who are assigned for different purpose. They all have their own areas to look forward. What you can see is these are the rooms here. The floor which you are seeing is the girls' hostel, the hostel area. Right. So these were the images which we saw before. Yes. I hope all the questions are answered. If still, I repeat, if there are any more questions, you can always get back to us. You have an access to our number. You have your, you also have our email ID. You can always get in touch with us. I hope you got all the information which was required by you. Our team was promptly acting on the same. We did not want to leave anything, any kind of ambiguity in your mind. Oh, this really reminds me one thing. When I was looking at this auditorium, we have a lot of celebrities who have visited our campus. For example, Mr. Chetan Bhagat, Mr. Shiv Khera, who have had a personal interaction with all our students. And that really gives you an opportunity to have that good connection with those people who have been successful in their life. That just reminded me because that's also the way of learning. Yes. So this is how it is. Definitely, if there are any issues related to the hostel or rooms or anything, any questions in your mind, you can always get back to our admission team. They will give you a good idea about this, right? If you don't want hostels, I mean, you have that option also available with you, right? But see, we always prefer that the students should opt for it. Reason being because we have classes right from 9 a.m. till midnight. And it would be safe and easy for you not to travel over long distances to reach to your hostel. In fact, it is not very long distance, but still traveling in the night again. So it's better that you have, yes. Any more questions? Okay, so here we were, there was a question coming, classes, for how many days will it run? See, classes will run from Monday to Saturday. And in fact, even on Sundays, if we have people from different industries and companies who might spare some time with us, we would like to have classes even on Sundays, though we try to spare you on Sundays, right? But if we have a good person, a good, industrialist and a, person with a good industrial background coming and sparing time, even on Sundays, we prefer and we do not refuse them, right? So you have regular classes right from Monday to Saturday. Yes. I hope the question is already answered. We'll be running classes 6 days a week. No, yes, you do have your recreation time. You have your classes from 9 a.m. to 11, in the midnight. Yes, you do have those classes. But in between, you have your lunch break. In between, we try to give you some spare time, maybe some coffee breaks, or maybe some, good to bring you back to the energy. We keep on giving you some time in between. Don't worry about that. You don't have to work like that. We have to keep on building your energy, right? So that you keep studying, you keep working hard. Yes, teachers are from industry background or only from academics. See, that's what I'm telling you. You need to have both the mixture, So the teachers, they have a lot of academic experience with them. And plus we have the good industry interface. Let me also mention one thing here. We have a collaboration with CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industries. And this, kind of collaboration helps to bring in a lot of faculties and guest speakers from the CII organization who can bring in a lot of industrial knowledge to you. So that's the basic purpose. So you have those teachers from the industrial background too, right, who might be taking your subjects. So bringing, and because of these, collaborations we have, you have people from industrial background as well as from teaching background. Any other questions here? Yes, how do we manage to prepare presentations, etc. in such a tight schedule? You will be able to manage, and that's what we have to teach you. Time management is important. You're here not to waste your time. You have to utilize each and every moment you spend here with us. Because these 2 years are going to teach you a lot more what you can learn later and what you have learned in your past. Don't worry, you will be getting enough time. Enough time to prepare your presentation, not more than that. Yes. Any more questions? Okay. South Indian food. See, we try to prepare each and everything, right? And one of the famous, I would say, the hostlers and what they're liking is idli, what we make in breakfast. Yes, I will not say typical, but yes, some part of it. We try to bring in a lot of varieties for you, but it's a simple and a subtle taste food, right? I have a lot of foodies here who would like to inquire about the food too. Yes. So I assume, yeah. So here you have hostel food is veg or non-veg. It's only vegetarian food. It's only vegetarian. Yes. So I'm sure all your queries have been answered. The teaching is from or from case study, is from presentations or from case studies. See, I told you it's a mixture of both the things. We want the presentations and we want the case studies. Both things are important. So basically, the teaching is amendment. It's a mixture of presentations and case studies, the classroom discussions, right? Your participative decision making. You have a lot of exercises. So that's what we try to bring in our teaching culture. And with a lot of market research, right? Because it's not what you study in the class is relevant. How much you can apply it in the market. We are creating donors to the society. That's equally important. All right. We have a team. There are certain questions which they will be answering you, right? There was a question coming. Case studies and presentations, yes, they are included. That's a part of your learning. That's how we impart knowledge. Hostel charges, yes, they are included in it. So if we are through with the questions, or are we still having some doubts? So I think we have answered all the questions to you, and here I would like to dismiss this meeting, right? And in case of any queries, as I told you, you can get back to us anytime you want. Okay, thank you so much. Now we all are leaving this meeting. We are ending this meeting.